I'm constantly inspired by the creativity of my children. I have 4 of them. I don't know if you know this, the lesbians are building a militia Etheridge, and I didn't actually prepare anything, but still I can speak extemporaneously in an excellent style, because that's me. So I was just thinking about creativity. First of all, AI probably will end humanity. I just want to give you that piece of information. But it's true. A lot of the technology people are creating AI, which is the new trend du jour after cryptocurrency fell on its face. But AI is a very serious challenge for all of us, including in creativity and all the creative professions. It is really astonishing all what's happening around AI and the kind of strides everything is making. And as much as people make fun of it, or they're making fun today of Apple's Vision Pro glasses, which I think are fantastic, I think we have to think about what it means to us in a world where AI will be doing a lot of the jobs that we do now that we consider creative, and where we stand out. And I think a lot about this because it's a very difficult world right now. I think we all know it, we can feel it, and it continues to not stop. I recently gave a speech at Cooper Union, and I used a quote from Allen Ginsberg. It said, "It isn't enough for your heart to break because everyone's heart is broken now. But what is enough is that you act now anyway, even if your heart is broken." I think one of the things that's happening now is we tend to give up on things because it seems so tiresome, so exhausting, and now AI is going to kill us if Trump doesn't kill us, or this thing doesn't kill us, or COVID doesn't kill us. And so we have to, when we think about that, is we have to realize that we have ourselves as humanity in a way that I think we don't tap into anymore. And I think a lot about it, especially with the young people. I'm spending a lot of time with young people now because I find great hope in them. I spoke at Cooper Union. I was very inspired by them. I'm constantly inspired by the creativity of my children. I have 4 of them. I don't know if you know this, the lesbians are building a militia Etheridge, and yeah, lesbians should raise all the children, just so you know. And I think of them as really creative, and I think of them creative in different ways. Just in the last 2 days alone, 3 days, my eldest son, Louis, was trying to get creative in how to cook 3 different kinds of beef. One was Wagyu, one was corned beef, one was brisket. So he was getting all creative as a cook, and it was amazing to watch him figure out how to cook these and present them and everything else. And it was out of his brain, which I don't know where it came from because I can't cook anything. Then my second son, Alex, who's about to go to college, called me today on the way to the train station, and Alex never can do any small talk whatsoever. You spend a day doing difficult things, and then he's like, "Let's talk about the French Revolution" when he gets home, and I'm sort of like, "No, let's not. Let's talk about succession." But instead he started to talk to me about his interest in neuroscience and engineering and mixing them together because the brain could do this, and everything. And it was completely out of his creativity, and it was so amazing that he was just already thinking about what he wanted to study in college. I'm hoping he'll be the next Elon Musk, but not quite such an asshole. I used to like Elon Musk, so it's hard to say that. No, it's not. It's easy. He's an asshole. And then I had my daughter who was discussing the various shades of purple and how different they are. And this is a warm purple. This is a cold purple. This is a different purple. She's 3.5, and she is constantly surprising me with all kinds of things. And at one time I said something to her. I said, "Oh, you're really smart." And she goes, "But I'm silly." And I was like, okay, good. That's really good. Just constantly creating. And of course, my youngest son, who's a 1.5 years, who is right now testing gravity by throwing every single item upstairs, down the stairs, constantly. He did 21 things today before I could catch him. So I think a lot about young people and being creative and how to do that. And so one of the things, when we think about AI and where everything is going and how to do that, one thing we have to realize is that all this information that's digitized, and it is digitized, everything, is actually all of us. I think about this a lot. We are the information. We are the ones and zeros. We are what is in there, and it's all about that, and it's a database of human intentions, if you think about that. If you really think about everything that's been collected, it's all our intentions, and it's rightfully ours to control. It's rightfully ours to better humanity. It's rightfully ours to stop people from cheapening and deadening our society and taking it over. It's our information. We invented the fucking internet, we paid for it, it's ours, and we should continue to control it and keep it. And that's what you have to think of as we're going forward. And so the question is, when you have all this power and firepower, there's a quote by, there's this idea of that it's firepower, it's going to tear us down. And the question is, will you use it to warm our house or burn it down? You have to be thinking like this. I want to end on a quote by George Sand because it makes me think about that a lot. It's high time that we had lights that are not incendiary torches. You should think about that. Thank you so much. Stay creative. Thank you.